What's the most outrageous thing a family member has ever done to sabotage a significant event in your life? My entitled sister demanded I cancel my wedding because her kid deserves a Disney trip more, then showed up uninvited and ruined the cake. Now my family says I overreacted. I never thought planning a wedding would cause a rift in my family that might never fully heal. I always assumed the stress would come from seating charts or flower arrangements, not from having to deal with my sister throwing a tantrum because I had the audacity to have a wedding at all. But here I am, married, exhausted, and wondering how many more birthdays or holidays I'll have to spend choosing between peace and principle. What happened has left me so stunned that I'm honestly still processing it, but writing this out might help me make sense of it, or at least give me some validation that I'm not losing my mind. My name's Megan, 29F, and I got married 3 weeks ago to Aaron, 31M, the love of my life. We've been together for 5 years, lived together for 3, and got engaged last summer. The engagement itself was perfect, simple, intimate, just the two of us on a quiet hike where we watched the sun rise over a valley we both love. We didn't post about it for a week, wanting to keep it to ourselves a bit longer. That moment was ours. But when we finally told our families, that's when things started to shift, especially with my older sister Hannah, 34F. Hannah has always had a knack for making everything about her. I love her because she's my sister, because we share childhood memories, because there's a part of me that will always want her approval, but I also know who she is. She's dramatic, self-centered, and very used to being the center of attention. She had Lily, her daughter, at 22, and for the past 12 years she's played the role of overworked single mom, like it's her only identity. I'm not minimizing her struggles, because I know it hasn't been easy. But she also uses that status like a weapon, like everyone else's life should be on hold, because hers is hard. And anytime someone else in the family has a big moment, she somehow finds a way to turn it into her crisis. It's been a pattern for years. When Aaron and I started planning the wedding, we knew we couldn't afford something massive, but we did want something special. We picked a cozy venue at the edge of town, a converted barn with twinkle lights, wooden beams, and a garden that blooms in late spring. We made our budget stretch by doing a lot ourselves, asking friends for help with music and decor, and limiting the guest list to 85 people. It wasn't extravagant, but it was personal and beautiful. We sent out invites about 4 months before the big day, and that's when the problem started. Hannah called me 2 days after getting the invite and said flatly, "You know I can't afford this." I was confused at first, thinking she meant the dress or travel, but then she clarified, "I mean, I can't afford to do this and take Lily to Disney like I promised. And honestly, she deserves that more than you need a wedding." I blinked. I thought she was joking. She wasn't. Subscribe for part 2.